Alright folks, you may have seen a sneak peek. We got a 57 Chevy Wagon, and we're gonna see, we believe it's got a 327 in it. We're gonna see if we can get this thing to run. Hopefully. Alrighty, check it out. You folks may have seen a sneak peek of this thing. A little squeak while I was cleaning up the yard there before. We got a 57 Wagon. So this is a buddy of mine, but needs a little help. Wants to see if I can get this thing running for him. I'm pretty cool with that. Looks like a typical small block. He says it's tight. It does not want to turn. So I guess we'll have to experiment and see what we can do there. We might have to pull plugs and just pickle it, or pull plugs, see how bad it is. But this thing looks like it's like an old hot rod. It's got all the looks. It's got some kind of a clip in it. We don't know what. I don't know if it's Camaro or something like that. You know, it's got some power brakes. She's got a whole lot of, there's a lot of funk going on. We got the typical, little rust happening. Little rust. Oh, what do I see? Spray foam. No, looks like it's panel over panel or something going on there. But a little wobbly, a little loose. But that's okay. We think that's pretty cool. A little bit of some Bondo flake. Got the old rear quarters doing their thing. Typical rot for out here. I love this though. That is just awesome. Oh, we got some beetle action happening here. Check that out. Gate, she's got a little bit of rot, but overall, I know he doesn't have a front bumper and stuff for it, so I know he's hunting around for that. This side she looks a little thick. It's got a little bit of roundness to her. I don't know how bad it is underneath, but I don't know, this thing's pretty nice. Well, it's pretty neat, let's put it that way. It's not really my kind of thing. I love the the roof rack, but it looks like they use those little rubber bumpers to hold it in, so I don't know how well. The stress level on those things must have been insane while it's trying to twist. Ooh. Well, the door opens well, though the quarter definitely has a wobble to her. Look at the fanciness here, eh? This thing, what are we gonna say? What era? Is this like 60s? Where would this have been the thing? Golly, eh? So much stuff. So much missing too. Bummer. No dash. The glove box is there. Got a floor shift. Man, kind of electrical mess, eh? Golly. Yeah, door panels and stuff seem to be here. Oh, look at that stuff. Oh man, sweet. Sweet. So it looks like the hardware's there. A few pieces of trim. I think those are fluffy diapers, maybe. I don't know what that's about. We'll just cover those up. We won't pay attention to those. Oh, gee, beneath. Well, I got half a bumper. That's kind of a win. Well, just so I don't lose all this stuff, I'll just throw it back in here because it's actually pretty decent. I don't know why they're off. Oh, I think I know why. I think he was telling me somehow somebody has retrofit. Is that in here? No, not in this one. I thought he said somebody retrofit some power windows in here. Oh yeah, there is too. Oh, that's wild. So somebody's somehow booged an electric motor onto the mechanical. That's crazy. Well, let's see what's on the other side. Oh, that still opens. I mean, other than it's nicking the fender. That's a pretty nice closing door. That panel seems a little more tighter. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. There's no starter in there. Our floors, yeah, they're kind of non-existent, I guess. They feel a little soft. Then we got a lot of weird sketch going on here. So I don't know. Interesting. I guess they adapted over to the original. This looks like an old GM plug. Oh, I wonder. No key in there. No, but it still steers. I don't know if it was working. Maybe somebody did all this and hasn't actually driven it yet. I don't know what it takes to get in the back. I'm imagining something. Maybe I gotta go find myself a screwdriver key. See what's happening in the back there. Anyways, first things first. Let's try and see if we can get the motor to turn over. I think that would be the most logical thing to do first. All right, survey says if I got the right pulley. Oh, you're kidding me. Doesn't have a pulley bolt. What the hey? What's that about? Does it legitimately not have one? Oh, it is a small balancer. I wonder if it's like a 283. You know, those ones have a pressed on pulley. Wow. That's a whole lot of hoopla. Such as, oh yeah, hey, everything's got oil in it. That's got oil. That has, even though it's on ad, but it is very clean. All right, we're gonna go with a second plan. We're gonna have to lift this sucker up and try to put a pulley on the crank. I think that's what we got to do. Yep, well, let's do that then. Alright, I have no intention to crawl under here, but I just want to see if this motor is loose. Let's see if we can. That is not looking good. Oh, Edina. That is a stuck motor. Well, it's here. It's up. May as well have a better look, right? Seeing how we can't do much with the motor at this point. It's not terrible. Definitely fixable. Until we get about back here. Yeah, about the norm. Floors aren't too bad over here, actually. That thing is She's tight. My goodness. So, let's see here. This clip is grafted on. I guess it's patched in right around there. I don't know. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's a little different, but... actually seems like a pretty decent split in there. How's this side? Well, we got this mount is toast. Inner outer's kind of shot there. Floor, actually they're not terrible. It just got some cruddy patches, but just needs a few body boxes and an inner rocker. Over here. A little crunchy there, but I mean everything's kind of just on the outside where it's really, well, I shouldn't say that, but it's a little bit everywhere. A little crisp in the back. Hopefully you can see that. Trunk looks fine. Fuel tank's intact. Not too bad. I mean, it could be worse. Well, not much I can do over there. I guess what we're going to do now is we'll just pull the plugs out and we'll see what's going on inside, if there's some rusty bits or what's happening there. Alrighty. I guess we'll start popping plugs. See how bad it is inside. First, I don't have a bore scope, so I don't know. I can't look inside the motor. Maybe I'll go get one today. I mean, that one looks okay. This one looks like she's been burning a whole lot of oil. And we'll keep pulling them all out. No, I lied. That one's nice and clean too. All of our wires up. Being a small block, we can figure that out later. Easy peasy. I don't know, that one looks fine. We gotta look inside, see what's going on. Again, we don't really know why this car got pulled off the road. That one looks nice. A little bit of rust. This seems like one cylinder. I don't know what's going on. Alright. Well, you know what? Before I go pickling it, I want to go get a bore scope so I can at least see inside of it. Make sure it's not, well, so it's not all full of fluid. I want to know what cylinder is causing me grief, if it is. So let's do that first. And then we'll get back at her.
Much later.
Well, we got the 57 in the shop here. Plan is I got one of these scopes from Weaver. So we're gonna give this a try, have a look-see in all the cylinders. It's been a while. We had it outside and it's been a few weeks. We just had stuff going on with the shop and things outside and helping out some friends and things. So now we're back on this thing. Gonna see what's wrong with it. So anyways, got this camera. It does multiple things, which is pretty cool. Where's the end of this thing? The only neat thing about it is it actually has, well, you already can see in one of the cylinders here. I was kind of poking already. If you look inside, I can, it's got 3 cameras at it, so you can actually hit some different angles. Is it that one or is it this one? There we go. You can actually see left, right, bottom. So, like that side looks good. Well, not really. You can see that one's a little crusty, but it looks good going up to the top of the cylinder. And then this side we can kind of see some spoots. Let me see here if we can move this around so you can see a little better. These cameras can be a little tricky. So it just looks like some surface rust. This one's not bad. I'm going to flip the camera back to the straight shot. I think we're straight. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, because you see there's a camera on either side of this thing where the light is. There's one on this side, there's one on this side, then there's one on top. So we'll just go to the top camera. It's dumping in another cylinder here. Like this one looks clean from what I can see. And then we go over to this one. It looks clean as well. But when I get to this last cylinder, like, it's a little crunchy in there, but right here on the bottom, it almost looks like there's antifreeze. So I'm wondering if this thing had a bad head gasket or something. Because we'll go check the cylinders on the other side here. Just give me a second. This one's cobwebby, but I had the spark plugs out for a little while, so this one looks okay. This one is near the top, but that one looks clean as well. Next, like, look at that one. That's like just super clean in there. Sorry, I'm trying to two-hand this, so a little hard to keep you lined up with the camera there. All right, let's poke into the last cylinder. Oh, wait a minute. Is there something there? That's just carbon, I hope. Like the cylinder looks fine. I don't know. We'll pretend I didn't see anything there. I'm thinking we're gonna go try into this far corner. Well, we'll grab some Croil. We'll soak it in there for the night, for a day or so. See what happens. Somebody sent me that, and I think I'm gonna try to shoot some of that into here. Go with this. Grab a straw. We'll try to pickle it with this. I don't know if I have high hopes that anything's going to happen, but it's definitely, I think what happened is antifreeze got left in there. Pretty sure that's the deal. Anywho, I don't know if this thing will like me to spray upside down. I don't know. I'll have to get a light. But we're gonna pickle it with some of this. I can't quite see where I'm shooting this here. Right around where we soaked it, where I'm kind of a little bit worried, I can kind of see that it's full of goop now, sprayed full. So I guess we'll wait. I dumped some in all the other cylinders just because, but I guess we'll wait and see. I'm gonna keep coming back today and just check it, see if I can spray some more in there. Hopefully, it doesn't need to. Hopefully, it doesn't take much. The smell of Croil is thick in here. So I've been spraying this in all yesterday. Today we're gonna go put the breaker bar on and see if we can get that motor to come loose. That thing it was tight. So I'm really hoping we can actually knock something loose here. I've set up our pads, and all we got to do is lift this sucker up, and hopefully our little breaker bar's enough to get this thing to start to move. That would be really nice, really. Be a nice simple motor pull. Ram this up here. Try to bounce her off the frame a bit. Oh, Kedina, that thing is tight. Need a little more leverage. Well, shall we be a complete idiot about it and just try our luck with the battery and the starter? I doubt that'll work, but hey, let's try it. All right. Well, this one doesn't have a proper power thing, but that actually looks like oh, that's awesome. Why couldn't I turn that over by hand? Like, I had broken bars, everything going on here. Well, that's great. I don't know. I'm happy. That was easy. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. I was fully expecting just a big old thud. Right on. Okay, well, we made that a little bit easier. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did my spark plugs fall down? They must have. Well, now, seeing how that just seems to be okay, I guess I'll do a quick compression test, see the life of the cylinders. Then we will, yeah, because we got a whole bunch of lube in there anyways. May as well do a compression test quick. Although I think it'll be better if it just runs. We'll just run it. We're going to pull the cap off. We're going to check if the points are any good. And we got an old, man, this is like one of them Hollies I used to have on my 38 there. Look at that thing. Pretty swank. Alright, gonna get a screwdriver, we're gonna pop the cap, and gonna see if the points do something. I think this little box has a doodad that goes onto here for our 12 volt. So we should be able to turn that on and off, check for spark. Bought a toolbox, used toolbox, and I had one of these little doodads in there. So that'd be your ignition, and that's supposed to be your start. Except one of these are a little buggered, but it does work. Oh, I'm lying. There we go. That should be point. Perfect. Good to go. Awesome. Alrighty. Let's see how crusty everything is in here. We gotta do the top. Get this cap off so we can see if we got spark. That Croyle's pretty burny on the eyes, I'll tell you. Holy. Definitely smells nice. Smells way better than gear oil. Alright. Alright. Here's how we're going to test this. Haha! Mint! Well, that looks like it works, right? Does that look like it works to you? Perfect. Alright. I don't mind having to just take that apart to put it right back together. I am A-okay with that. I wonder why it was so stuck. Like why the starter could do it and you couldn't do it with a breaker bar. That blows my mind. I would have dumped the tractor off the loader trying to use a breaker bar. It's not even like a high torque starter. Well, I don't think it is. Alrighty, so I don't have any gas in here. Pretty clean. It's gonna be our first fire, hopefully. Give her a little drinky poo of that. Put our ignition on. Gotta be this thing. Come on. Did put it. Whoops. A whole lot of them wires there. Not going to be a good first experience here. Getting caught in the fan. Come on. There we go. You got ignition? Boy, hey, something sounds tight. Or it's got a lot of compression. I don't know. Yeah, it's sure not happy. I'll try the booster first. All right, survey says. That's a little excessive. What's that about? Papers. I really hope that's a noisy lifter. Because that really does not sound that great. It does sound like a lifter. I don't know why you're so set on revving so high. Any fuel. I think my charger has bumped off. waiting. All right. Set my battery charge up it. See what happens. We got negative in the coolant department. I just wanted to run a little longer just to see if that knock goes away. This time we're putting some gas in the carburetor. Whoops, that was a lot of gas. I'm trying to fill the flow bowl up. I'm sure I flooded the snot out of that thing, but we'll see what happens. Oh, come on, you couldn't have run through all that already. Golly. Oops. That was a lot of fuel. Oh, dang it. Oop, that's out the flow. Alright. Any gauges in here? Now we got oil pressure. That's 60 pounds. Holy. Thing's good. Oh, all right. Well, I don't know what or if it's pulling fuel, but it got really quiet. I'm happy with that. Everything's a little stinky. That's good. I'm happy. That was a good, easy evening. Win. Golly. Turn our ignition off. Cool. I don't know. Like, the thing did sound tight, but it's pretty good now, I think. For some reason that thing doesn't want to idle down. I don't know if it's because it has an automatic choke or what. Oh yeah, there it will. It would be nice to see if the transmission works. The nice way to do that get it off the ground. All right. Let's put a little more fuel down here. Oh, just flood this thing. I need to get more fuel. I only have this little bit left. Let's put her in gear. Let's try reverse. Oh, that thing is hard. Golly. Well, let's try forward. That was the easiest one to pull. Golly. Off the ground. Ignition. Really want to give it gas. Well, maybe it wants gas. Well, it's trying to go. That's a good sign. Let me get some geese. Give her a little drinky poo. Well, I'm gonna have to help it here. That's what I think. Holy, is that crooked? Oh, there's only 2 lug nuts on there. Is that all the lug nuts that's on there? No, there's 3. Let's see if we can get some reverse action here. Golly, this shifter. I'll have to try after. That thing's terrible. Terrible shifter. Alright. Transmission works one way. I'm going to try to shift in reverse. Make sure it spins the other way. Then we got to check if we got brakes. Yeah, this one's like... Oh yeah, this is not even tight. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there's just like not even any studs in it. These wouldn't have had screw-in studs, would they? No, they're just straight up missing studs. Oh. Is that to tell me that there's no lug on it? Or... Is there a drum? Oh, can we see that? I know I gotta pull this off, but... That one has a drum. I don't know if this one has a drum. I don't want to crawl under there. Tell me if there's a drum. I don't know, it doesn't look like there's a drum, does it? Alright. I'm going to work on getting this in reverse and see if I can get that shifter in reverse, and then I'm going to see if the wheels spin the other way. Alright, we got it. I kind of need two hands for this. Sorry, folks. Mint. Got reverse. Awesome. Got to pull wheels and see what my brakes all look like. Took the wheels off, what we expected. There is no drum on the back of this one. The other side's got one, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Front, we got disc. It's a pretty nice, well, I don't know if you say nice. I think it's actually pretty nice. The clip's not done terrible considering how old it's been done. I mean, it's different, but if it worked. Anyways, we had no juice in the master. I put some in, but and nothing is working, so I'm not going to worry about the back brakes. We'll just get us some front brakes so we can kind of boogie up and down the road a little bit, just see if everything works good in this thing. And I think we'll call her there. I do know he found a bumper, so I was just going to throw the bumper on in the grill just to kind of clean up and finish up the front of the car. Would explain why the lights don't work on it. Didn't realize that. Maybe the trim is in there. Maybe I'll do him a favor, bolt a few things on. Maybe not. Well, at least put the grill in. Grill and bumper. We'll pretty it up. I noticed he got some of that stuff, so the rest is kind of his baby. We'll leave it that way. So, I don't know much about these. We got there, and then we got this, and outside I have the actual bumper. So, well, this looks straightforward. This just goes, does this? How does this work? Does this go lower? Is this even for this car? Or does it go lower? I don't think this is right. Is this for an older car? I don't know. I don't think we got the right parts. Oh no, that's got to go lower. Now that I look at this, this part's got to go on. That's where the hood is. Silly me. I think we got to get this thing mounted. I don't know, there's more going on that I'm not sure what's happening yet. I don't know. I'll figure it out yet. We got there. I'm gonna guess this is supposed to go in there. I can't see the other thing just floating in that bit of tin there. Definitely nothing looks right. To me, anyways. Oh, hold on, hold on. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, I got a game plan. I think I'm figuring this out. So that thing just floats. Yuck. This thing must be in the center of here. Oh yeah, right there. Alrighty. Cool. I'll figure it out then. It shouldn't be too bad. I just wondered what floats back of here. Sounds like there's a clip or something that's supposed to be. I have a peek in the car, see if there's a few random little bits. First, gonna work on the brakes. What I gotta do is get the master bled because it looked like there was absolutely no fluid in it. So I put some in, but again, I'm not gonna worry about the back. So I'm gonna take this, we're gonna loop it, we're gonna bench bleed it. From there, we are just going to focus on the front brakes. That's about it. I mean, the motor seems to run fine. I'll have to see what's going on with the ignition and stuff, why nada is happening over there. Because it doesn't seem to be working on the column. The car seems to power up with the key. The key side, well, there is no key, but it does do the motions. So it looks like everything's wired up on there. Just something might not be in the back. So we got, I don't know. We'll have to look through the wiring. I do know he has the pod that goes on here, but I don't know if there's any gauges. I don't see any. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know what those are. In case you gotta go for a really long road trip, I don't know. Throw that one there. Oh, look at this. I found the drum. Well then. Oh, that drum looks like it had a hard life. That drum does not look like it wants to go back on. Yeah, there's a lot of warpage happening with that thing. Again, we'll just focus on the front brakes. Alrighty. Oh. I must have thrown something off. Do our custom oil gauge here. What's going on here? Oh, there's a light in the back. Oh, they're not backlit. Okie doke. Well, there we go. Custom. Okay. Brakes. Let's do brakes first. Well, we have front brakes. That is working. We got the bumper and the grille on. Had to trim it just because there's a third bolt hole, and that one just doesn't, the way the clip is done, there's no room for it. I guess it's all in. Looks all right, other than I don't have any headlights, but I think I have it in right. I feel like there should be more holding this on, but maybe that thing just floated flimsily into the grill. I don't know. I have this bracket, but I really don't know what this one does. Maybe it's from the other car. I don't know. We'll leave it in the car. Anyways, like I was saying before, I still got to work on figuring why the ignition doesn't work. We'll have to throw some coolant in here. And I think it's good enough to go for a little rip. It's, I'm not doing anything crazy with the car. I just wanted to see if I could get the motor loose. That was my big thing. It's a complete disaster in here, and I just feel it just needs a new wiring harness. There is so much going on in here. Look at this. Golly, eh? So we will just zip tie that over there. That's nice. These ones would be interesting to do because they are for the power windows, the best I can tell. Which everything seems to come out here for some reason. Or by the shifter. I don't know what that's about. Okay, well, it's late. I think I'm gonna call it a night. And we'll get back at her tomorrow. Well, she's in the air. There's a big puddle underneath. Turns out the one of the frost plugs is kind of toast, and it happens to be the one behind the motor mount. So I don't know that I want to be putting the effort in to do that. I know it runs, so I mean that's fine, but that's a bunch of work. Either you can take the motor mount off, but there's still no way to swing. You almost got to pull the motor out, put new frost plugs in it. There's one that's bad, and I think it's like pretty much toast, gone. There's a second one on this side that's starting to drip a little bit. So I'm like, no bueno. I think I'm over it. It runs. I think it drives. We'll move it around the yard a little bit here, but I don't want to run it too much without very much coolant in it. What a bugger. I guess we can fire it up and we'll see if she cooks a few tires here. Well, let's see if she can cook some tires. Well, folks, here's where we're at. I can't take it for a good drive because we need some frost plugs, but it does run and drive versus being locked up and not doing anything. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It is what it is. It's kind of a big project, but it could possibly be on the market for sale. I don't know. I can, if it is for sale, I will put some contact info in the description, but for now I think he wants to play with it and kind of make it better. I kind of played with the power windows when I was in the shop, so I kind of got the windows to go down. They pretty much work like 80s square body power windows where you have to help them on the way down. So I don't know, they're power, but kind of vague. Looks like most of the parts are here for it, but I'm sure there's still a whole bunch of things missing. Anyways, I think that's where we're gonna leave this one. I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. I don't know really what we're doing. Either I'm hoping I'm bringing back the 54 in the garage, but maybe, I don't know. You have to wait and see. Later.